Welcome fire signs. Thanks for tuning into my channel, Eve the Empress Oracle, and thanks for watching this video here. Okay, this is going to be a general reading for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, now I did not mention in my other zodiac or TarotScope predictions, okay, but for those of you who are new to astrology, I recommend that you Google your birth chart. Okay, what you are going to need is your date of birth and your place of birth. Okay, and if you know the time that you were born, that is a plus. Okay, and what this birth chart is going to do is going to give you a list of how certain planets and houses apply to you real deep within your life. It kind of gives you a more overview. Okay, many of us that are that just know the general basics of astrology, you know, like what we read in the newspaper, what we look up. Everybody knows their sun sign, okay? But actually, you also have an ascending sign and a moon sign. And your ascending sign is a sign that actually will most likely relate to you. Okay, so you know, sometimes when you're looking up your horoscope, sometimes it applies to you and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, your ascending sign more than likely is going to apply to you. Okay, the ascending sign are things that are inevitable, things that are going to happen in your life that are inevitable and are not going to change. Okay, and the sun sign, which is a sign that we all are pretty familiar with, okay, the one that's, you know, we read in the newspaper or Google online, you know, those are just some of the current factors or some things that you show to the world. Okay, and then your moon sign are things that are your emotions, things that are affecting you emotionally and internally. Okay, so it is recommended that you check out all three signs. Okay, and that can kind of give you an overall horoscope for you, because then you can, you know, piece them all together to kind of get a bigger overview for you. Okay, and the way that you can get, you know, to find out what your ascending sign is and your moon sign, you Google birth charts. Okay, I know they have some, I think in Cafeology or Astro Cafe, I'm not sure what they are, you know, but just Google birth chart and there'll be a whole bunch of different ones, and those are the main three things that you need to go ahead and figure it out. It's free. You just need your place of birth, your time of birth. If you know it, that can give you more accurate. If you don't know your time of birth, then you just go based off of your date of birth and your place of birth. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys a rundown so that you guys can get the most out of these readings, especially my TarotScope predictions and, you know, these general readings too. You know, you want to go ahead and check all three if possible. And if nothing else, you know, really try to check that ascending sign, because that one is the one that's going to most likely apply to you. Okay, you'll be surprised at how big of a difference it is just by tuning into one of those other signs. Okay, so I just wanted to let everybody out there know. Okay, so welcome Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, my fire signs here today. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with the astrology cards. Okay, this is going to tell us what is going to be the biggest influence on you during this time. Okay, this reading is going to apply whenever you click the video to read it. This is a timeless reading, so it's not set for a month, year, date, timeline. It's a timeless reading. It will apply whenever you click this video to watch it. Okay, so what is the biggest influence for my fire signs at this time that they watch this video? And we have Uranus. Okay, your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. Okay, and for those of you who are not too familiar with the planets, I am going to read from the book to give you guys a little more insight on it. Okay, Uranus. The current energy is focused on the part of you that is represented by the planet Uranus. This is the part of your personality that is happy to cut off from a situation and go it alone. This may be because someone else's behavior irritates you, or it may be because you can see an original way of doing something and you want to try it out. Okay, Uranus is the revolutionary spirit within you that wants to break free of restrictions and enter fresh new territory. When we are in this mood, we don't want to be held back, and we can be uncompromising. It may be you that is feeling this revolutionary spirit, or perhaps someone around you is behaving in this manner. If the latter, you will be wise to let things be for a while, for their freedom will be essential now. When we feel the Uranus part of ourselves, we want to strive for something outside ourselves, casting off personal ties and family commitments, or even loved ones. This time is about groundbreaking awakening and enlightenment. When the concepts of freedom, the future, or humanitarian ideals become important, the genius of the individual is released in a sudden and unexpected eureka moment, like a transformative bolt of lightning. Although anything that is past its sell-by date will have to go, this energy is about replacing it with something new and exhilarating. So it should not be seen as a negative. It is actually liberating. You might find a group of like-minded people who share your newfound enthusiasm, but in the truth, the most important thing is that you allow room for this inspiration and electrifying energy to make all the changes it needs to, as it brings in a whole new perspective and opportunity. Okay, so you guys are going to be really influenced by this at this time. Okay, so for sudden change, some type of enlightening and awakening. Okay, having different perspectives on things. Okay, now this is the Psychic Tarot. Okay, what is the message at this time for my fire signs? What is it that they need to know? What is the message here for my fire signs? What is it that they need to know at the time that they are watching this video? Moving on. Yeah, like I said, this is going to be a time where you're cutting some people off, cutting things that don't serve you no more. That sell by date kind of expiration date thing. Okay, patience and planning. And intuition, yeah, that enlightenment and awakening. Okay. Yeah, so this is really the time for you. Moving on. Okay, you guys are going to be planning something. It may take a little bit of patience to, start this new project, this new found energy within you. May want you to, go ahead and start something. Okay, and it's telling you this is going to be a time really for you to tap into that intuition here. Okay, I'm going to get some more cards. Please clarify these cards. What is it that my fire signs need to know at the time of this video? What is the message for my fire signs at the time of this video? Yes, suffering in silence, the sacral chakra, and temptation. Okay. So the suffering in silence, there may have been something, maybe you feel like you couldn't really come to be who you really wanted to be because there may have been people around you who don't agree, with some of your perspectives and some of the ways that you see things. Okay, so you may have just been kind of biting your tongue and keeping it all internally instead of voicing it out and letting those around you, know how it is that you really feel. And it's time for you to move on because you're tired of suffering in that silence. Okay, you're tired of feeling like, your perspective is wrong just because they're not on the same page. Okay, you're moving on. You're ready to move forward. Then you have the sacral chakra. Okay, don't forget to check out my chakra video where I go in depth about the chakras and give you a quick exercise to remove any blockages. Okay, this may be telling you that you have a blockage, or it may be telling you it's time for you to get more in tune with these energies. Okay, the sacral chakra is located right below the navel. Okay, and it represents sexual energies and creativity. Okay, some imbalances could be lack or oppressed creativity, sexual dysfunction, withheld intimacy, and emotional isolation. Okay, and then you also have the temptation card here. Okay, so this is kind of telling me too, yeah, this sacral chakra is affecting both your sexual energy here and your creativity. Okay, your creativity, you may have had some creative ideas here, some ways to move forward, to plan something, and people may not have been on the same page as you, so that your creativity has been, oppressed. Okay, it's been repressed here. You've had lack of creativity. You feel like you got to keep your ideas and, your dreams and stuff to yourself. Okay, and then this temptation. Okay, maybe your intimate needs are not being met, or you're not, feeling ready to be intimate with somebody because they, you know, they have different views the way, you know, than what you do, or you may not feel comfortable letting them know what it is that, you know, you really want or what it is that you desire. Okay, but this is just telling you, just take some, it's just going to take a little bit of patience. Okay, things are going to pan out and things are going to work out for you. It may not just be so quick, you know, because you've been dealing with this stuff for some time, and a lot of this stuff is internal. Okay, a lot of this stuff is internal and emotional. It's not too much physical. So a lot of this is going to have to do with you cutting ties, you speaking up, okay, you releasing those energies and really allowing yourself to be you. Okay, and you have 2 2s here. So the number 2 or 22 may be significant to you at this time. Okay, you can Google that also, the angel number 22, and there may be a message there for you. Okay, now from the energy oracle. Okay, what is the message here for my fire signs? What is it that they need to know at the time of this video? What is the message here for my fire signs? What do they need to know at the time they are watching this video? Yep, happy family. The number 4. And anxiety. Yeah, so you've been having a lot of anxiety, and this may be having to do with family. Okay, maybe trying to please your family, or trying to get your family to really understand your point of view, or really understand, you know, why you're taking the path that you are, or making the choices that you are, and they just can't see eye to eye with you. Okay, what it is that you desire is that happy family, but because you guys may not be on the same page, you're having this anxiety about it. That's why you're kind of suffering in that silence, and it's time for you to move on. Okay, you cannot cut your family off if this is regarding you and your family, but you can just let certain things go. Okay, you can cut certain things off, or maybe not involve them in certain aspects of your project or your career, or just learn not to share too much with them. You know, if they're not on the same page, and you know that they're not going to be open-minded as you are, or as open-minded as you are trying to be, then maybe it's best to just kind of reserve certain information, you know, kind of like a need to know, okay, until you make sure that they are open and receptive to accepting you and what it is that you're trying to explain to them, or trying to get them to understand. Okay. Now from the Moonology cards. Okay, what is the message here for my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? What is the message that they need to know when watching this video? What is the message that they need to know for my fire signs? Yep, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Okay, so this is 2 situations here that we see. Okay, your sacral chakra is being affected 2 ways, both with creativity and also by temptations, by lust, you know, which can be that sexual desire, or, you know, being withheld. So this can be both a family situation as well as a romantic situation. Okay, but for both, it requires that you bring some love into the situation. Okay, just be patient with them. Okay, be patient with both family and your partner. Okay, maybe try to think of another way to bring what it is that you're trying to discuss with them. Maybe try to bring it to them differently. Okay, just bring some love into the situation. Okay, know that just because you guys may not be on the same page, that it's not that they don't love you or they don't support you. They may just simply not understand. Okay, try to bring love into the situation. If it's something with your partner, you know, try to really have a heart-to-heart. Try to explain to them what, you know, this is what I want, this is why I want it, and see, you know, and just let them know. And it may take some time for you guys to get on the same page, or for them to open up, you know, and get the same place you are, because, you know, many people are set in their ways and not really open to change. But know that it is possible. Okay, you have to trust your intuition here. Okay, don't let the anxiety get the best of you. Things are going to work out. You desire that happy family, it's going to happen. You just need to let some things go. Okay, stop suffering in silence. Stop holding, you know, all those thoughts and that stuff within you. Voice yourself. Let people know how they're making you feel. Let them know how, you know, the fact that they're may not being as supportive or criticizing or judging you or something. Let them know how that affects you and how you feel about it. You know, say your piece. Don't keep it to yourself. Nothing can get fixed that way. You know, people are not mind readers. So if you don't speak about it and you don't let them know, then you can't expect them to change. At the very least, if you speak up and you let them know, you know, this is what's bothering me, this is why it's bothering me, and then there's still no change, then you know it's time to, you know, let that person go, move forward, not communicate with them, you know, however it applies. But you have to at least bring, you know, explain to them the situation, say your piece, you know, basically put the ball in their court to see which way they're gonna move. And then that will help you, you know, get some more insight on what it is you should do. Should you continue with the connection, you know, with this romantic partner? Are they willing, you know, to give you what you want? Are they willing to be acceptive? You know, even with family members, you know, are they willing to accept you? Are they willing to support you in your, you know, career or your dreams, your desires? Or are they just going to be so, you know, stuck in their own ways, only seeing things from their point of view? You know, you need to really say your piece. That's the only way you're going to get to this rainbow here. Okay, just bring some love into the situation. Try to approach it from a different angle. Okay, so fire signs, I hope this was a message that you guys needed to hear. If it was, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share my channel with family and friends. Until next time, blessings to you all.